Hello everyone, my name is Prashanti. Today let's discuss about computer networks and the internet. Computer network. It is a collection of computers connected together. Users can share their data and they can share their software's hardware with other users in the computer network. And they can also communicate with each other via email or using any other desktop applications. Network servers. Network servers are the computers which host data and programs so that the users within the computer network can use them and they can access the files and other resources within the network server. So network servers manages resources on the network. Computer networks. They exist in many sizes and types, and some of them are home networks. In home networks, all the home computers will share only single printer and same internet connection. And in schools, students will share their school resources and internet connection. And in small office networks, we have network servers where workers will access the data or any other resources from network server. And large corporate networks where we have networks for stores, retailers, and so on. Public wireless networks where the Wi-Fi will be provided to the people that visit public places like coffee shops, restaurants, parks, libraries, and so on. They are public wireless networks. And mobile telephone networks. People will share their networks via using hotspot and Wi-Fi. This is an example of computer network where this comes under small office networks which has network server and all the computers within the network are connected to the network server. And network server is connected to internet connection and it is connected to printer where here if you see Betty is sending files for Tom through the network server. Network server is sending the files from Betty to Tom. And Tom's PC is not connected to internet but it is sending an email to customer via network server which is connected to the internet connection. And Betty and Tom can access the printer using network server. And Mary's tablet is accessing a web page from the network server, and network server is connected to the internet and it is accessing the web page for Mary and it is giving the web page to Mary, the network server. So this is how network server manages the resources. Internet. Internet is most widely used and well-known computer network in the world. Individuals connect to the internet using internet service providers, which is ISP. Internet service providers are nothing but the companies which provide access to the internet. And the example of these companies are AT&T, Verizon, Leica Mobile, T-Mobile, and so on. They actually provide internet access to the individuals. When individuals connect to the internet, ISP in turn connects to the regional network. Regional network is within the range of regions and in turn regional network will connect to the backbone network. Backbone network's range is within the country. This is the major network. And backbone network will connect to the other backbone networks of other countries. So in that way it forms network of networks, that is called internet. World Wide Web. World Wide Web is a collection of web pages. So a website contains multiple web pages and websites are hosted in a computer. So that computer is called web server. So websites contains multiple web pages and the websites and web pages are stored in web servers. The client who is requesting for viewing the web page is called client. That computer is called client, and the computer which is giving the information of web page is called web server. And we can view the web pages, and we can access and view the web pages using web browsers. We have multiple web browsers, many web browsers. Some of them are Internet Explorer, Google Chrome, Safari, Mozilla Firefox, Opera, etc. It offers wide variety of information. So World Wide Web has lot of, like, it is a collection of web pages, so it has wide variety of information. These are some common web activities we perform on web. They are like, we can look up for information, we can search anything in the internet using small keywords. For consider Google search engine. Here we have a search bar, so we can search for like anything which you need based on the keywords. It provides best websites that matches your keywords. And we can access social networking sites like Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and so on. Many people watch videos, TV shows, movies, and web series and so on the web. These are the common activities we perform on the web. Accessing the network, internet. So we can access the internet using modem, which is a physical device, or network adapter which connects to the internet. Some networks require username and password. The public networks which are free doesn't require password, but many private networks and other networks require username and password. Internet connections are of two types, like direct connections or dial-up connections. In direct connections, we can directly connect to the internet. That means when we access the internet using modem or through the internet service provider, we can directly browse the web using web browsers, and we can view the web pages. But in dial-up connections, we have to make some commands to dial up via telephone line to the internet service provider, and then after accessing the internet, like after internet service providers provide the internet access, we can access the web. But every time whenever we want to connect to the internet, we need to make dial-up connection to the internet service provider, and then we can access to the internet in dial-up connections. Internet addresses are used to access resources on the internet. So to access any kind of resource on the internet, you need internet address, like where to access the web page and where to get the information from. You need internet address to look up for the information. Internet address is nothing but IP address, which is Internet Protocol address. Internet Protocol address is nothing but the domain names that identifies the computers within the network, and it uniquely identifies the computers within the network using IP address. It is a numeric address, and this is how that would be. It is a sample address provided here. IP address, which are numeric and unique for every computer that are connected to the internet. And domain names. Domain names is same as IP address, but domain names are in the textual form. IP addresses which are numeric are very difficult to remember, but domain names which are on the textual form, which are very easy to remember, and it has the extensions like top level domains, and it identifies type of organizations or its location. Like type of organization, like if it is educational sites, the domain name which is in the textual form will end with .edu. government organizations, it will end with .gov, and if it is non-commercial organizations, then it will end with .org. And to identify its location, some websites will end with .uk, .in, and so on. For .uk for United Kingdom, .in for India, and so on. So it typically represents the intended use, like what the website represents, what website contains will be represented by the domain name using TLDs. Uniform resource locators. URL. It identifies a web page. It includes protocol or standard being used. A protocol can be HTTP, Hypertext Transfer Protocol, and Hypertext stands for Secure Protocol. It identifies what type of protocol that that web page is, and it identifies the web server that hosted the web page, and it identifies the folder where the web page is located in, and it identifies the web page file name. Uniform resource locators. The protocols used in uniform resource locators are Hypertext Transfer Protocol, which is used to display the web pages, and Hypertext Transfer Protocol Secure. It is for securing web pages. Some web pages consists of sensitive information like credit card information and other personal information. So HTTPS secures those web pages. And file transfer protocol, which is for file exchange, like to upload and download the files. You often download files from the course website, and you will submit your assignments like by uploading. So that is how file transfer protocol works for file exchange. This is an example of sample where HTTPS is a protocol, Hypertext Transfer Protocol, Hypertext Transfer Protocol for securing S. And this part of URL identifies the web server. So this is the web server that your web page, that the web page you want to access is located in, and this is the folder your web page is located in, and this is the web page file document name. This is a web page URL. Email address. Email address uniquely identifies the contact. So it consists of username, identifying name. So to identify the contact, we need username, and we need @ and the domain name. So the computer which is handling the email is domain name, like web server. So to pronounce the internet address, we are given with the table, this figure. For domain name, we should pronounce berkeley.edu. For URL, we have to pronounce microsoft.com/windows/ie/default.asp. For email address, we have to pronounce president@whitehouse.gov. Campus emergency notification systems. These are the communication systems which are invented for campus emergency. Earlier, these are not there, so it is very difficult to communicate within the campus. So these are invented. Now, students and teachers can be notified for dangerous activity, and it can be sent, like emergency notification will be sent via text messages, email messages, Facebook messages, Twitter feeds, and digital signage and sign systems, and so on. Surfing the web browser. We can surf the web using web browsers like Internet Explorer, Google Chrome, Firefox, Safari, and so on. So it displays web pages. When we open the web browser, we can see the home page, which is the starting page of the web browser, which has address bar. So to navigate to the web page, we can type the URL in the address bar, and we can click the hyperlink if you want to view other web pages. You can also select a favorite or bookmark a page. If you want to make a favorite web page, then you can click the symbol which is next to address bar, so that it will be added in your bookmarks. And also you can access the web pages from your history list. In history list, the web pages which you accessed will be stored, so you can also access and you can make them as favorite from history list. Searching the web. We have searching websites, search engines like Google search engine. And in Google search engines, you can search using keywords. So it helps to locate what you're searching for. Like based on your keywords, it will find the web pages which it finds the best match. And you can also search for reference sites, like for addresses. You can look for telephone numbers, zip codes, maps, etc. You can also view the Google Calendar. You can access Gmail, videos, news, YouTube, Google Drive, Google Photos, and so on in this Google search engine. Email. Email is electronic mail, where electronic messages exchanged between computers on the network. You can exchange you can communicate with other computers. It is one of the most widely used internet applications. Email is very necessary internet application nowadays. It can be conventional email or web-based email. Conventional email is nothing but the email which has been set up in your system. So your computer will directly send emails to the recipients. But in web-based, you can access your mail on the web, like from anywhere, from any computer which is connected to the internet. You can access your mail and you can send them via web. The conventional email addresses are Microsoft Outlook and Microsoft OS X Mail. The web-based email examples are Gmail and Outlook.com. You can send photos, you can attach files while sending email to your recipients. You need recipient email address for sending photos and files. Mobile email may require fee. The mobile email means you have to connect to the internet, so it requires charge. Like you should connect to the data and you should pay for the data. And other types of mobile communications are short message service like SMS, where you can send text messages through your phone, and you can send multimedia message service, like you can send documents using MMS. This is how email works. Like this is the sender's computer. When senders compose the email like message to the recipient, he needs the recipient email address. He should give the recipient email address in two select box, and he should compose the email and he should click the send button, and then it will go to the sender's mail server, and sender's mail server will send the email message over the internet to the recipient mail server, and recipient mail server will first receive the email message from the sender's mail server, and it will give the message to the recipient's mail. Let us do a quick recap of what we have done. Computer network is a collection of computers that are connected. Internet is the most well-known computer network in the world. We have seen internet individuals can connect to the internet using internet service providers like AT&T, Verizon and so on. And World Wide Web, it is a collection of web pages. Websites contains multiple web pages that are hosted in web server. And we have seen IP addresses. IP addresses are numeric and unique. They are the domain names which identifies the computer available in the internet. They are numeric, but domain names, they are in the textual forms, but they represents IP addresses, but they are in the textual form. Domain names, and domain names contains TLDs. We have seen TLDs, top level domains, and they represents either location or type of organization. And URLs are like which uniform resource locators, which uniquely identifies the web page using their protocol, the web server, web folders and web page file names and so on. Emails used to exchange your messages with other computers or on the network. So this is for today. Thank you.